Ready? Sit down on your butt. Hold it. I'm finally going to deal with the frogget pile. So let's grab the first item. I actually need to harvest some of the yarn from this to finish the Tinysaurus instead of pulling out a new ball of yarn. So this is the first item. It's this blanket that I just free-handed that I'm not gonna finish. So we're gonna harvest this yarn and use it, some of it, for the Tinysaurus. Okay, so here's where we're at. We finished the leg, tied the knot. It looks janky. It really does. I probably shouldn't have gone up a hook size, but it is what it is. Here's the tail. I think it goes here. So that's the tail. And then the two little tiniest arms on the planet. And then now I'm working on like the spikes. So I'm just gotta work through that. They just left for a walk. So I'm gonna work on it while they're gone. So that way I can get this sewed up tonight and under the tree for tomorrow. Okay friends, the kiddo is asleep. It took a little extra. Mommy spilled her tea. It was a little bit, but she's finally asleep. And I finally finished the not so Tinysaurus. I have one little end to cut off. I had already weaved it in, but I just have to cut off the extra. Look at my terrible Tinysaurus. It's not so tiny. It's not so tiny for a couple of reasons, because on the body I sized up to a 10mm hook and the pattern calls for an 8. It was the only way I could read stitches like this. I am not an amigurumi person. This will probably be my first and only amigurumi or type thing. I don't know if this is classified as amigurumi, but like I can't, especially with this yarn. I think I might be able to do it with different yarn, but this yarn is so hard to see my stitches. I hate it. Which is probably why I ended up destashing a bunch of this type of yarn. I only have a little bit left of it. I'd only kept enough to like basically finish this, and you saw me frog that kind of whip blanket that I had started. So I kind of reused some of the yarn from that. I still have a bunch of it. It's just like scrap yarn, so I don't know what I'll do with all that, but this is the Tinysaurus. I didn't follow all the pattern in terms of the number of like spikes, and my spikes look like cancer tumors. They don't look like spikes. They just, I don't know, they just look terrible, but Mommy made it, and it'll be a cute little lovey for her to open tomorrow. So yeah, now we have to go wrap a few presents for her, and I think we're gonna go watch a holiday movie together, my husband and I. So yeah, Let's go wrap some presents and put them underneath the Christmas tree. Like, look at these arms. I mean, I know T-Rexes have like tiny arms, but like giant body, tiny arms. Oh, goodness. Hi friends, happy Vlogmas, Merry Christmas to those that celebrate, happy holiday, happy Hanukkah for those who are going to celebrate Hanukkah soon. I just wanted to close out Vlogmas and show you one last thing, kind of where I ended with my stripe pipe. It's not done. I hope I can get it done before the end of the year, and the doggos are walking around. That's probably what you're hearing. Let's shove the needle back. So this is where I ended up. I'm almost halfway through. I will probably finish this color pretty soon here in the next half hour. And then I will join my last contrasting color. It'll be 3 stripes of it's a green, like a camo green. And so I didn't get it done for Vlogmas, but I'm gonna keep working on it. This is basically what I'm working on now instead of any other project at the moment. I do take my Tulsa tee out. In fact, I have it right here for like car driving because it's a lot easier to manage this than the stripe pipe on the road. And so this is also where I've ended with my Tulsa tee. That's where I'm at. I think I'm probably pretty close to the 11 inches for the body before you start ribbing. So I have to measure that out and see where it's at. I'm probably gonna, well, the cord's not long enough for me to put on or wide enough. I really don't want to put it on scrap. But I do want this a little longer, although for the most part I do like crop stuff. I do want this because this will be like almost like a basic tee in my wardrobe, and I do like my tees a little bit longer. So that's where I ended. Basically this stitch marker here, it's really hard to hold up in front of the camera, is where I started on Vlogmas, and that's where I've ended. So maybe about, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches throughout the month of December. And I did definitely get farther along on this because this was the stitch marker before Vlogmas, or like at my last podcast update. So I finished the body, did this ribbing, and picked up this sleeve. I also had that baby blanket. We've done some organizing, although I didn't get as much done as I would have liked. It's just a lot harder to kind of be able to do some stuff with a toddler running around. So that is it. Let me know what you thought about Vlogmas this year. I'd like to see how, if I do it again, how I could retool it. I don't think it's sustainable to do every day recording, although I can record every day, but not releasing every day. I also just, I'm like, my life is kind of, you know, like boring. So maybe I'll look into like a weekly vlog next year. But anyways, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. If you are new to the channel during Vlogmas, please consider subscribing. I have a lot of new content planned for the year. In fact, I was like just getting ready as I'm doing this and thinking about like tomorrow, like I can go in and just start recording things. I need to get a new camera stand for like tutorials in the hand. So I have a lot of new Tunisian crochet content planned for the year, along with my every other week podcasts on what I've been working on. And so I would love to have you stick around and see what 2025 brings for AceKreates. Thank you so much for watching, friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.